One of us is down! Somebody's down! It's you and me now! Let's see what you got! You aren't going anywhere! Come on!
Jindosh.
I've had fabled burglars, fortune hunters, and professional killers come through my door, only to expire begging for mercy, crying out for release after only a few hours.
You think at these oh, all right.
They say you're the most dangerous man.
Whatever you've done, stop it.
I've learned much from watching you die.
Do you know how long we've waited for this appointment? Help! God! Someone! God, right! Someone protect me!
I won't let you take him. Sokolov was the great thinker of his time. He belongs to me. I just measured your weight in 2 areas at the same time. How did you do that? Another test for the clockwork soldiers, which made them better in the end. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Another clockwork down. Each of those costs a princely sum, I assure you.
All right. At least Sokolov is safe. Now for Jindosh.
I suppose Sokolov is now safe and sound. And yet here you are again, back for more. Breathtaking. According to the scales beneath the floor and my acoustic sensors, you move quite quickly.
Barred from the other side. The space behind the walls.
locked up. Now he's a major. Lucky bastard.
I've made so many things, this house not the least among them. But I suppose it's my clockwork soldiers I'll be remembered for.
Stay back!
Right. Hold on. Entering combat stage for unambiguous playback for combat protocols.
No use running!
Combat protocol 6. Rear visual active.
Come back here! Step aside! Give the machine some space!
Unauthorized presence. Managed playback. At general detection state. Okay, shut it down and playback for life. Scientific work would be distorted by his passions.
Let the clockwork soldier deal with it.
Unauthorized presence. Switching to alternative tactical mode.
Back here!
Entering
I've been
combat
fighting
stage.
I've got just the thing for you.
Combat protocol 8. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Combat protocol 6.
Finish him!
Impossible! This isn't...
Display the
Bastard!
Playback for dead body. Cool down.
Protect your cap!
Its body is discovered. Playback for combat protocols. Detached. Magnetic or mechanical. Playback for comp. Okay, shut it down. Skin.
Ramsey and the Crown Killer were just the start. I need to break down Delilah's remaining allies. Jindosh, the Duke, all of them. It's a long way down.
My, that was loud. Shook my teeth. Ah, the Royal Protector reveals his favorite tactic. Blowing everything to bits. Subtle. You're somewhere few would have gone. The very innards of the marvelous machine.
Extending exploration of the area. The machine is still searching. Search playback. Here. Enter.
At last, Lord Protector, you found me.
Search.
You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder!
This indicates the search protocol is underway. It's scouting.
Better search the office very carefully.
Running search protocol. When displays, search is underway. Search protocol. Position state. Here. End search. Okay, trigger exploration vicinity.
All right, enough of this. Come out and face me.
detected. Probably a door was unlocked or something. And evidence of intrusion has been registered. Play this if the machine detects evidence of a break-in. Evidence of robbery detected. Switching search state. Here. And search. And evidence of intrusion has been registered. This indicates the search protocol is underway. Search is underway.
Karen Jindosh. Welcome to the final mystery, Jindosh.
Playback indicates criminal profile. Enemy at back. Entering combat state. Unauthorized presence. Displays if someone eludes the machine. The playback for combat protocol. Playback for unambiguous. Cooling down. This playback indicates some detection without certainty. Is the identifying the enemy is impossible. Rear visual contact. Okay, shut it down. Playback. Overheating. Stop. Back-facing detection.
Gone and returned.
You did it. How is he?
Frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
All right, there's... the void again, but it feels different.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned Emily into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
What's she playing at? Maybe how is the question.
I told you. When you're older. Perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's at court every day.
This is... well... it's complicated. You'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year. I promise.
Jessamine and I played games in the tower, but at night I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
I didn't forget.
Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
Young lady Jessie. Who is here now?
It was her. Delilah's wife. She broke it.
I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served and you'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
How much of this is true, and how much is Delilah's warped imagination? When I saw what they'd done to Anton Sokolov, I wanted to hurt everyone who'd helped Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos pull off their coup. Sokolov is the man who made whale oil into a weapon, who turned back the plague, and now he's barely able to speak. The hands that painted the most powerful men and women of our time shake too badly to hold a spoon. When he does talk, he's going to give me a name, the next step along the way to Duke Luca Abel, then Delilah herself. A name. That's all I need.
I'm with you, even in the void. If only I could do more.
Jessamine, Delilah's stronger now.
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
All this is her doing, and she'll die for it.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end. Soon.
Anton, you've had 3 days to rest. Tell me how to kill Delilah.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and she has Emily. Anton, once we had you in a cage and you dared us to kill you, I need that man back.
Corvo, she's right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Serkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge, but I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
The curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous. As obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of? or what she's up to.
Meet me at the skiff when you want to set out for the Royal Conservatory.
Jessamine's face has never faded from my memory. Could Delilah truly be her sister?
I painted that from memory, which is a tricky thing. But I must admit to seeing some of the old Emperor's features in her face. It was long ago when I took Delilah in. Whipped then, angry and brilliant. But her obsession with the occult and the Caldwin family took her out of my circles.
Delilah's paintings are chaotic, but she sculpts much better than you, Anton.
You knew Delilah? When were you going to tell me?
When you needed to know. My past is none of your business, Royal Protector.
Another lifetime. We all came to Karnaca for our own reasons, Corvo. Megan had hers too. I'm sure you understand the need for secrets.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
There'll be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
Someday I'd like to know more about how you met Ashworth.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah. Which brings up something else. You might be able to exploit the Abbey of the Everyman in removing Ashworth from play. Turns out the Vice Overseer in Karnaca has been watching Ashworth from a hidden outpost near the Royal Conservatory. Check it out first if you want more options. Remember, If she's still working with Delilah, Ashworth is a grave threat.
Thanks, Megan. See you soon.
I thought the old Duke Theodanis outlawed Umberwood export to protect the trees.
I can't keep track of all the decrees. My client's refurbishing a gazebo, adding an exotic southern touch.
I don't get it. When I went to Dunwall, I brought back a Rivercrest shell to use as an ashtray. Because it reminds me of good times. So what's the point of buying wood from a country you never visited?
Lady Shersha has money, so she gets the wood she wants. Who's there?
Ah! Ah! Hey, where do you think you're going? Ah! No mercy! Oh, you won't get away! You! God, run while you're still can,
He's
stranger.
dead.
I'm scared. How long do we have to wait?
As long as it takes. We'll be picking up balusters and spindles. Umberwood.
I thought the old Duke Theodanis outlawed Umberwood export to protect the trees.
Can't keep track of all the decrees. My client's refurbishing a gazebo, adding an exotic southern touch.
I don't get
I don't like that.
Is someone there?
I hit hard! This head of yours is worth its weight in silver. Let's smash him!
What was that? It shouldn't take long.
Get out of the way! No! Come back here! What do you want? Get away! He's dead. At your command!
From the Colomar Furniture Workshop.
How long do we have to wait?
As long as it takes.
Damn! I'll check around here.
Let's see how you acquit yourself.